Hey traders, Parker again with the update to one of the other indicators I had built, the fractal pivot supply and demand. I want to give a demonstration on the power of the indicator. So I'm going to push this over to test. Well, will it be Tesla or the SPY? Tesla. So we'll use Tesla. So I'm going to go to a higher time frame, and what's on this chart right now is just my Fibonacci. Um, so I'm going to add the strategy, and that'll give us a good picture of how profitable this strategy can be using the fractal pivots supply demand indicator. I'm going to push this over to 3 years. So what you're seeing is this is really just back testing the strategy or back testing the indicator. I'm gonna say back testing strategy. That's essentially what it is. As you can see, you got some bad signals and you got some good signals. That's why you always pair this thing with another indicator, something else really when it comes to the fractal, some type of momentum indicator. And right now I have this RSI with gamma in it. The RSI is the green, brown, red, all those colors. And the gamma is the purple and the cyan. The gamma would turn purple if it jumps above 50, showing you that, it's a time that the stock could turn around from the high to the low. And the cyan is showing that, hey, the stock could be ready to go for an uptrend. Or if it pops up above, it could show choppiness. So, but that's not what I really came to show you. But that's how I pair, when I'm using this, I pair with another indicator. And there's another bad signal right there. Here's a good signal, good signal, good signal, great signal, actually. But you look at the RSI and you want to make sure that gamma is all the way below 50. And as you can see, RSI went up. This is not the RSI Laguerre, but I got the inspiration from it. But that RSI crap, it just it was garbage to me. I just put it like that. I took the gamma and used it as like a choppiness index after watching a couple videos on how fractal energy works. So as long as it's below 50 and RSI is rising, you're in good, especially if you're playing it to the top. But if it crosses above 50, you want to be careful because that significant shows choppiness or possible a turnaround in the stock. And as you can see, when it crosses above 50, yeah, it's on this green channel, but look what happened afterwards. All this choppiness right here, which really could have pulled you out of the trade. And you would have really wanted to wait for this signal right here, possibly when this crossed below 50, or possibly when it was lower than 50 and RSI was higher than, I think, the 61.8 that I had put that on. So I did take some of the other concepts from the RSI gear and put the 61.8 and the 38.2, which are Fibonacci ratios. As you can see right here, 38.2. But anyway, I didn't want to do the video on this indicator, but I wanted to show you the power of the supply demand indicator. So I'm going to show the report to show you how profitable this strategy can be. So this is the time that the indicator, that the strategy was taken from. So the first, January 3rd, 19 to today, December 29th, 2021. So that first trade would have been a loss. So but all this thing does is it's a back test. So it buys 100 lots, and so you'd have bought 100 lots at $61, and you would have lost $132 basically off of that. And this right here, you made that money right back, 784, 950, and this is just adding up the totals for each one for the trades. So I'm going to push it all the way down to the bottom so we can see the final results. So using this indicator, your max profit on one trade was $20,000, and your overall total profit loss was $201,925.80, and a total of 77 trades over the course of 3 years. I don't know about you, that sounds pretty good to me. And this is on the daily chart. So we can shrink it down to, let's say, I don't want to go too far down because you're going to get a whole lot of signals. But we can push it. I'll push it down to the 15. I won't push it down to the 5 because I know that's going to show you way too much crap. So, and this is going from the 15th, the December 15th to the December 30th. So 15 days. So the first trade was a profitable trade. $100. No, it was break even. No, this is the buy. So you bought 100 lot at a $946. So you would have sold 12:15. What is that? The same day, from 3 a.m. to 6:15, and you'd have made $800. So that's basically the report, and we're gonna push it all the way down. So your max trade you would have made on 100 lot is $5,121 and $47,688 total overall. If you would have took each one of these signals where it says buy, sell, buy, sell, buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here, which is a bad one. You want to be looking at RSI. RSI, when you got the signal, you really want to wait for the next candle as well. But, so, yep, it's just bad because even looking at the RSI. So that would have been one of your losing trades. Made the money right back on this trade right here, riding into the next day. And this is what I meant by it's just back and forth. But you made money on each one of those as well, especially on this one. And let's look at today. So this is today, 12:30, right before the new year. So it told you buy on that first 5-minute candle and sold right here on this candle right here. So that was pretty good profit. I guess if you bought somewhere around here. So 1,060 up to 1,079, so $10. Well, actually 20. And it gave you another buy signal here. And you wouldn't have taken that trade because look at what RSI is doing. This is low volume. This orange color represents low volume. This dark green color represents low volume as well. And you can look at the candles and see that they're not shown correctly because of my true VSA, volume spread analysis. Even though the candle are all these candles right here, they're open or not filled candles, and truly they're red because truly they're red. But because buyers actually overtook sellers in these candles, they're gonna be blue or green, and they're gonna represent showing you that it's actually a green candle versus just because the open is below the close. I mean, because the close is below the open, it's going to tell you it's a red candle. But in all actuality, there's more buyers and sellers here, more buyers and sellers here. It's really just even, so I consider that a red candle. But I'm going off the wicks and the close and the high. But anyway, that's what the VSA is telling you. Even though you're getting these unfilled candles with actually red candles, there's some buyers stepping in at the end of the day. And let's look at this time situation. Come on, thing. Come on, thing as well. So, and it's about to be power hour anyway. So that's probably why this is happening. And you got an irregular body right here, and it's painted blue, cyan. Even though it's a red candle, it's still saying it's cyan because the buyers are really overtaking the sellers at this point. And this is a 15-minute chart. And overall, you really only got 34% selling on this day, while the rest of the 70 whatever 67% is all buying. This is the SPY and the VIX, and all I did was I took the SPY and gave it an average, and if it's below the average, the SPY will be red. If it's above the average, the SPY will be green. And I took the VIX as well, which is the volatility index, and did the same thing, gave it an average as well. As long as it is below its average, if the VIX will show green. And if it's above its average, then it'll be red. And you really want to be careful if you see the SPY and the VIX both red. You probably don't want to be in a trade, or you might want to consider exiting a trade. But my whole point of this video was to show you the power of the supply-demand index. Supply-demand fractal indicator. And also I wanted to show you, I built a scan for it, and this is what the scan actually showed today. And if you look at it, it shows it's not showing the right study. So I actually need to change it because I changed the name. So we're gonna get rid of that, and we're going to add a filter, and I'm actually doing this video on the fly, so give me one moment. And we're gonna go to study, and we're gonna go scan and true fractal. We're looking for a bullish candles, a bullish situation. So we're gonna say it's true, and we're gonna say we can leave it within 1 bar, even though it needs really 3 bars to confirm it. So we'll just press scan anyway, and these are the stocks it gave back. So we're gonna go through these stocks real quick. So 9. And it's basically an uptrend stock, and I have the indicator set for the day, and it's really going off of this signal right here. Like I said, it needs 3 candles actually for confirmation of the pattern of the fractals. So it's going off of this candle. You can't really see it, but that's the one right there. And we're gonna put on the fractal. We're gonna put on the actual indicator. And it ran right into this high upper fractal. Or it is upper fractal, which is considered supply. So it really needs to get above 113. Right now it's sitting at 111. So let's push it back down to that 10-day 15. And that's what it's doing. It had all this supply. It had it had all this demand, this green area. It had a little bit of supply, and then it ran up. It had this big area of supply right here. This candlestick right here. You could call it shooting star, gravestone, doji, whatever you want to call it. And it created another area of demand right here. So right now, this stock is just fluctuating between those 2 areas. And I have this set on way too high. I have it set on 21. No, I have it on 12. So normally that would show show the choppiness within that stock, but it's not. But gamma is rising, so that stock, it still has a chance to run up, but all this volume is saying it's dead. But it's also, this is a squeeze indicator that's built into the true volume spread analysis. So something could be happening here at the end of the day. We're gonna go back to the scan. We're gonna pull up this stop, PRRS. Same situation, support or demand, resistance or supply. And let's push it to the day chart. And this is that bar one bar. Like I said, you're gonna need these 3 candles for confirmation for this down fractal, and it actually broke above the current supply fractal, and it's having trouble with this fractal coming from this candle. No, not from that candle, but coming from this candle over. And if you study Bill Williams, the author of the fractal chaos theory, he says, once a fractal, always a fractal. So that's why my indicator shows those old areas of supply or old areas of fractals, because they're going to play a role going forward. And that's exactly what you're seeing right here. And coming back to my true volume spread analysis, I added in 100-day. And on this day, this current candle today, this volume is using over 100% of the 100-day average. With the 100-day average volume is only 1,146,000. And today is using 1,466,498. And on the 21-day average is 938. Is using 156% of the 21-day average. So 10-day average 175, and of the daily daily average is using 182%. And this bar is going to be the same thing as today because we're on this time frame. And this is the bar average, the current average volume, 951,881. So we're going to push this back down to 3,815. And there you go. The current bar is 4,000. The current bar average is 41,000. That's what I was trying to show you. It shows the same thing as this indicator up here. Percent daily. Most of it's been buying versus selling. So let's push back to the scan. And I have it on the greatest percent change. CAN F and TK. These are some of the other bad ones. Even though we're looking for that bullet signal, you could have got in on TCAT on the day prior. So let's push it back. That signal came in on this candle. So if you would have ran the scan yesterday, you would have been able to get in TCAT the following day. So if you would have ran the scan, I'm not going to say yesterday. So we're going to say today is Thursday. So if you would have ran the scan Tuesday, you would have got the signal just like you got it right here. It just says buy. And then you would have been able to identify or set up a watch list for TCAT is one of the stocks you're looking for. So let's go back to the scan, but let's go back to that chart because TCAT, excuse me, it actually did bad today, but that's only because this is the last trading day of the year. So I expect TCAT is one of those non-fungible token things, so I expect it to go back up. And here's the bag signal right here. So the indicator isn't perfect, even though you would have been okay for a little bit if you bought somewhere on this candle, but you would need to immediately get out on this candle. Or you see this volume, decreasing volume, saying that all the energy is basically spent. And that's what you're seeing right here as well with the fractal indicator. Because, not the fractal indicator, RSI with gamma or fractal energy. Gamma is rising. Yeah, RSI is currently over with below average volume for the upside. So that was an indicator you probably want to get out of it. Same situation. It turned below average selling volume, but it still died out. with the RSI. But that's one of the reasons why I have my RSI change colors. This is one of my older RSIs, and it doesn't have all the colors that that are reflected in the candles. And normally I will have my RSI change those same colors as well to give me an indication of what's going on. And RSI is a momentum indicator. And just like I said in my video the other night, my RSI doesn't have a period. The only thing that's using a period is this fractal energy thing. And if I could find a way for it not to use a period as well, I would do that as well. Not have it be have a period. So my RSI is true average of price. And normally I keep it on simple. And I use high, low, close divided by 3. I don't just use the close. For me, it doesn't really work as well, and you'll get a lot more bad signals from the RSI, because I can put RS. Let's put RSI on here. RSI. And normally RSI is set at this 14-day period and use Wilders. And like I said, I put mine on simple. But let's put a 50 on this thing. So, same situation. RSI never crossed above 50. This is a 14. It did make the same jump. Really just leveled out. This one popped up. You didn't get that same pop because of the close. And right now, it's just showing it's flat. So, while this one did pop above 50. While mine did pop above 50. But you wouldn't have done anything because the gamma is way up here. Showing that it's showing a whole lot of energy has been built up into the stock and possibly could take off. And it's power hour. So, possibility of TCAT still taking off today. And there we go. Yeah, this is all non-fundable token stuff about the metaverse stuff. What is Facebook doing? Or should I say, I forgot. There's some Meta. Yeah, Facebook is Meta now. RSI is turning over. Gamma is rising. Significant all the energy is gone. You got this area right here. RSI and gamma is just the same. Then RSI gamma shot down. RSI kept going up. Could have got it in that trade for a little bit. But I digress. So let me get rid of this RSI stuff and let's look at this. But I'm demonstrating that you need to have another indicator along with the fractal supply demand indicator to help you find the direction of the trade. Yeah, it's going to give you the signal, hey, you have a demand right here, or we have a lower fractal right here, but you need confirmation. And this would have been your confirmation right here. Gamma is below 50. RSI started to rise the next day. You don't have to take the trade as soon as you see it. You want to see what's going on the next day. Even though you didn't get a whole lot of volume coming in, gamma stayed below 50. Gamma rose above 50 here. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it. I would have gotten out. Probably. Most likely I would have gotten out, or I would have waited for RSI to break through any of this stuff, or possibly break through 50. But RSI stayed above, but gamma kept going up. But gamma is going down now in the opposite direction on RSI. So Facebook probably is going to get another push. Probably coming to next year. NKE, Nike, 168, 125. These are my fib levels. Yep. Gamma's way below 50. RSI is rising. RSI just broke 50 on Nike, so that's a good sign. What else have I been paying attention? Oh, Unity. Unity has something to do with the metaverse as well. And I'm actually in this stock. Up $2 on 8 shares. But anyway, same process with the RSI. You got with the gamma fractal, with the fractal pivot supply demand indicator. Got your signal right here. And it's pushing, but gamma still has not dropped below 50, but RSI is rising. So it's really a waiting game for gamma to drop below 50, showing that the energy is being released. But you still could have taken a trade because 10%. I like to use 10% when it comes to my Fibonacci. So I add this 10% level, and I'm using this. I go from the excuse me. I go from the most recent high to the most recent low in the past, and I consider this the most recent low and the start of the uptrend. And that's how I created my Fibonacci levels. And it stopped point blank on the 10% one, 127.32. So this candle low is 127.21. I still take that as accurate. And it finally got above this 23.6, and right now it's just fluctuating right here. And that's what, like I said before, this once it crosses above 50, it could represent a lot of choppiness. So that's how I'm looking at it. So hopefully New Year Unity rises up as well. And it's showing also it's in a squeeze state as well. So, and I'm going to end the video right here because it was way too long. I really just wanted to show you the scan and show you the back testing of the fractal supply demand indicator. And I'll do it one more time. I'm going to push this over 3 years. Well, I actually did 3 weeks. 3 or 3 weeks. And forget it. I run a scan on this. So the report is from 1/4/21 to 12/31. So just a year. I guess Unity only been around for a year. Losses in the beginning. Overall, max profit $6,000 on one trade. Overall max $11,000. So I'm gonna push it back to the 3-year daily chart. So let's see. Show report. It's from 10 October to 20 to 10 to 12/17. So max trade one of your trades produced $4,000, and the profit loss total 17,000. And I said I was gonna do the SPY, and yeah, it looks crazy. And this is when the pandemic, all this stuff happened. SPY just dropped out. Still gave you some good signals over here. Buy here, sell there. Buy here, sell there. Buy here, and it looks like sell on the same candle. That's weird. But buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. And we're just going to run the scan, show the report. So 119, 12/21. Whoa. So the most you made on one trade was $2,000. The most you made over that time period is $47,851. And I will push this one to the weekly because it has a lot more information than Unity did. And we're gonna show the report from 3/19 to 11/21. So the most you made on one trade was 5,255, and the most you made, what you made overall was $29,000, and that's off of 12 trades, and that's what it gave you, 12 signals. And I really like the way my indicator shows these areas of supply. Areas of demand, and how they just follow the indicator up. And this is one of those previous areas. No, this is the current one on the weekly. But yeah, and this is the video, and that's the end of the. But anyway, I appreciate you watching the whole video, and also I would like to thank you all for supporting the channel, supporting my shop. And also, you can get the indicator and the link below. And also, you have any questions or anything, leave me some feedback in the comments. Or shoot me an email at cwparker23indicators.com or at yahoo.com. But I wish you well in the coming year of trading. Have a blessed day. Bye.